And if you're here, you're a priority person, stay close, stay in line. This is your group, this is your movie, this is our Michael Moore.
Thank you. Thank you, Roseanne. And thank you, nurses, for all your good work. Well, it's great to be here in Pittsburgh tonight. This will be the very first American audience to see my new film, and I'm honored to be able to be here at the AFL-CIO Convention. This film we've been making for the last year and a half, and we, the American people, have had to put up with a hell of a lot in the last 30 years. And in this film tonight, I'm going to name it for what it is. We're going to go after the people responsible for it, and we're going to acknowledge that the American people are fed up, they've had enough. 1 out of every 8 homes in America tonight are in delinquency or foreclosure. 1 out of every 8 homes. There is a foreclosure filing in the United States 1 every 7.5 seconds. Every 7.5 seconds, someone's home is foreclosed. During this time, Wall Street, the bankers, corporate America, they've made off like bandits. They've committed one of the biggest heists in history. They have fought us tooth and nail for decades when we've said we believe that there should be a safety net for people when they've hit hard times, when they're hurting, when things didn't turn out quite right. And they fought us. They fought us on everything. They fought us on Social Security. They fought us on Medicare and Medicaid. They fought us just on the very establishment of unions. My uncle, Laverne Whitley, was in the Flint sit-down strike of 1936-37 that founded the UAW. That's why it is a special honor for me to be here tonight. If he could see this, that all these years later, that I would be able to present this film to you. My uncle, my dad, was a lifetime UAW member, AC Sparkplug, Flint, Michigan, Plant 8. Because of their struggle, they created the middle class in this country. Without them, we wouldn't have the things that we were able to have, where the average person was able to own their own home, send their kids to college, take some time off and relax a bit. Thanks to the UAW, our family had free health care, free dental, free eye care, 4 weeks paid vacation, a secure pension. That is a result of labor and a result of the work that unions do. And because unions fought for these things, people who weren't part of unions, their boats in the canal rose too. Their standard of living, everyone's standard of living rose because of the struggle of organized labor in this country. And now to see what has happened, to see this decimation since Ronald Reagan took office. You know, they still introduce a bill every session of Congress to replace Franklin Roosevelt with Ronald Reagan on our dime. Tonight in the movie, you're going to see footage of Franklin Roosevelt that no American has ever seen. that my team uncovered footage that was buried. He filmed something that he wanted the American people to see and to hear just a year before he died. His vision of America after World War II would end, what he wanted to see happen. And they buried that. They didn't show it to the American people. We found it, and you're going to see it tonight for the very first time. These ideas of a livable wage, of protection for labor, universal health care, this was all the things that he wanted to have happen at the end of World War II, had he lived. And in that sit-down strike in 1936-37, the workers took over the factories in Flint on the day before New Year's Eve. Not exactly the easiest time these days to organize any kind of demonstration or people into political action. But that's how serious they were back then. And the company thugs and goons and the police in Flint fought battle after battle, trying to get into the factory, trying to get them out of there, beating up the wives and the girlfriends who brought the food and supplies so that the people inside could survive those 44 days with the heat turned off, with the water turned off, taking over that plant. And on one particular night there was a very bloody battle where a lot of people were hurt. And so Governor Frank Murphy, a Democrat, the governor of Michigan, with the support of Franklin Roosevelt, sent in the National Guard. But when the Guard arrived and set up their lines and set up their guns, they weren't pointed at the workers. They were pointed at the company thugs and goons. That's what we used to have. And that's what I'm hoping President Obama can be, the Franklin Roosevelt of the 21st century. Last November 4th, my wife and I went to the polling place in Michigan. I walked into the booth and I closed the curtain and I looked down and I saw the name Barack Obama. And I started to tear up. And one of those tears fell on the ballot where I had just penned in the circle, where I colored in the circle with the pen and smeared my ballot. And oh my God, my ballot, I wrecked my ballot and I'm like trying to rub it. I'm like blowing on it. And I got it fixed and I walked out of the voting booth and my eyes are all red. And my wife looks at me and she goes, "Pull it together, man." What is wrong with you? I said, "I can't help it. I can't believe we've survived these 8 years. I can't believe that we're still here." And I have to say, I wasn't just talking about the planet or the country. I was talking about me. When you got Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly, go